I've spoken about the neurological benefits of labeling your emotions, and in short, it just strengthens the prefrontal cortex and lowers the activity in the amygdala, which is the emotional center. The prefrontal cortex is the logical, rational CEO boss of your brain. But now let's talk about the opposite, which is when you are overly logical and intellectual, which causes you to have more mental exhaustion and prolonged stress. Your PFC working overtime requires tons of mental energy just to decrease an emotion that is still very active in the amygdala and just causing more stress. And that's because the emotion isn't going anywhere, and essentially you're just bathing yourself in neurochemicals that you do not want to have. If you stay in this state long enough, your sympathetic nervous system, which is the stress center, is going to become part of your personality because you are now practicing and memorizing the emotion. Unfortunately leads to memory and concentration problems and unconsciously emotionally leaking your energy out into places, people, and things that you would rather just not do. Suppressed emotions do not disappear, and they end up costing your nervous system a lot more than what labeling your emotions and getting familiar with the sensations can actually do for you, which is help you process and integrate a lot. This is coming from someone who experienced Bell's palsy at a young age because I never had a proper outlet to actually release my emotions, to acknowledge these emotions, and if I did, I was so afraid that it would make me spiral. Older me now knows that emotions that go unacknowledged for so long creates flare-ups and build up layers upon layers, and by the time that you revisit it, it made a small triggering stimulus into a massacre. And because this destroys your capacity to feel and oscillate between high intense emotions into smaller ones, it kind of all just jumbles up and creates an intense amount of anxiety when it comes to revisiting your emotions and trying to process them on your own. So when you visit your emotions gradually rather than just going headfirst into those emotions, you are teaching your brain that it's safe for you to arrive at the scene rather than, just trying to solve it and pick it apart and suppress, intellectualize these emotions, and you're able to build capacity to hold them, to host them for a while. So when you rationalize, intellectualize, your pre-FC is overcompensating for the amygdala. So an example would be like, this situation wasn't that great, or this situation, it makes sense why it happened. Rather than saying this situation or acknowledging the bigger picture, sometimes it's important to say, I feel bad, I feel sad about the situation, because you are creating emotional resilience, emotional awareness, and that all jumbles up into emotional intelligence. And if you exist in the habit of intellectualizing or rationalizing long enough, you become emotionally numbed and disconnected. Don't get me wrong, these strategies can help you short term, but does not help your body long term.